Hi guys, it's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this week's Facebook card reveals for you all. Apologies that I look a little bit rough, I look a little bit worse for wear today. So I've actually come down with a horrible like sort of fluey bug. I'm pretty sure it's neurovirus, which is not very nice. Unfortunately, my husband brought that back, so we can blame him for that. He brought that into the house, so yeah, so really sorry, but I've had to cancel a couple of readings today. I'm also going to be having to cancel the demonstration of mediumship over at Trowbridge Spiritual Centre for a few reasons. One, you know, when you work with spirit, you have to feel like the energy, you have to feel at your best to be able to channel the energy. So I would probably struggle, to be honest, to do mediumship. And the other thing, you know, I was bringing over two amazing fledglings, and it's not fair on them if I'm not feeling at my best, because I want them to have every opportunity to enjoy, you know, what they're able to sort of do. So it's just not fair to the guys, and of course to everybody at sort of Trowbridge Spiritual Centre Direct. You know, there's lots of different age ranges of people that go, and I would hate to bring some sort of illness over that could potentially, you know, be passed on to others or cause problems for people. So I'm taking a couple of days off. So thank you for bearing with me. I'm hoping to be completely fine for the weekend for obviously Swindon and Brookhouse Inn on Sunday. So I'm sort of recouping my energy now, and I'm hoping to be back on full form by the weekend, which hopefully I will. But I'm just coming on to do this these Facebook card reveals while I've got a little bit of energy left, sort of thing. So as we're going into card one, we're going into the energy of the Eight of Cups. So when the Eight of Cups shows, this is all about kind of making peace with everything. It's reaching a point in time where you're sort of ready to sort of walk away from anything that doesn't add purpose, value or merit to your world. Now, this is often around relationships. Sometimes maybe we've reached a point with somebody, maybe a friend or a loved one, where for whatever reason connections just cannot no longer sort of be, and so we've maybe having to sort of walk away for our own sanity or our own peace of mind. It could be as well for some of you guys that maybe you're walking away from a job. Maybe you've just reached a point where that job doesn't work for you, or maybe it's just an old style of how you live your life. Maybe you've just outgrown something, just a way that you were living. Maybe you've realized it doesn't actually bring harmony, balance. Maybe it just doesn't bring you emotional wealth anymore. So this is not about sort of screaming, it's not about shouting, it's not about arguing or having conflict. We've sort of reached a point where things have become just exhausted, and you know, we're just walking away, closing the door on something for our own sanity. This often shows when we're putting ourselves first in terms of mental health or well-being. So we're doing something for us. So there's the stepping stones of change to the side there. So it's just leaving whatever this is, and it is walking away. And for some people, you know, it might be that you could be leaving quite a lot behind. You know, it could be that you're literally leaving an old lifestyle behind you. That could involve money, finances, people, materialism. It could be all of that, and you might be walking away and starting again. There could be so many things. So you'll know in your own world where it sits for you. It might be something a little basic and simple, like you're just reducing down some hours in a job and you're like leaving it that way. So it's not always big and dramatic, but there is this sort of closing down of something, you know, and emotionally it's the right thing to be doing, and it will lead to sort of, you know, harmony and just new optimism, new beginnings. Because like I say, the stepping stones represent a new journey, a new adventure. So whatever it is, you'll know if you've been drawn to this card where it sits for you. Now, as we're moving into card two, we're going into the energy of the Two of Cups. So Two of Cups is a connection card. It's usually about people kind of coming together. Often it centers in around relationships, romantic. So if you are single and you've been pulled this card, then it could well be that there is a new romance about to hit or about to blossom, about to awaken in your world. So be open to those types of connections. If you're with an existing partner already, maybe everything's been a little bit chaotic. Maybe you felt a little bit like ships in the night recently, and maybe there's a need to just touch base, to just reconnect with each other a little bit more. So maybe for some of you, if you're with a partner already, maybe it's just about, you know, having those date nights, making a point of having a bit more time, connection time together. Sometimes things become quite robotic or quite routine, and sometimes we just need to remind each other about the connection and the value of love that is there. And also for some people, this could be the next chapter, the next stage in your journey together. So if maybe some of you have been dating for a little while and you're maybe ready to sort of get engaged, this card shows a lot when there's maybe the idea of engagement. Or if you're already engaged, it could be that maybe some of you are actually moving into the space of becoming officially wed or married. It also shows quite a lot if anybody is thinking of getting hand fasted. And just a reminder, I am a celebrant, so I can offer hand fastings. That is a package that I do for people. So if you're thinking of wanting your own hand fasting ceremony or ritual, do feel free to drop me a message, and I can tell you about my services there. So it could be for some of you that you're not necessarily wanting an official wedding, but maybe you're wanting like a blessing or just an honouring of coming together. So there could be some of that coming on as well. So no pressure, guys, but I'll leave that one with you. But connections. Sometimes as well, it's just new connections, new friendships forming and kind of coming together as well. But it's all about, you know, letting people in. That comes in quite strong with this card. And finally, if you've been drawn to card number 3, we're going into the energy of the Three of Wands. When the Three of Wands shows that you're ready for adventures, you're ready to tackle the world head on. No more fear, no more blockages, no more sort of wondering if, buts and whens and maybes. It's getting out there and doing it. So this is almost a planning card when it shows. It's like planning the next stage, the next cycle, the next piece of your journey or your jigsaw puzzle of life. And we might not know all the answers. We might not have everything figured out, and that's okay. But we're actually investing in ourselves. We're being brave enough and we're being ready to move forward. Because if we stay sort of in old energies, if we stay in old cycles, we don't actually allow ourselves that energy of transformation and obviously sort of what's the word? I'm trying to think of the right word. I can't remember. Sorry, my brain's gone. But like you know, ascension. That's what I was going to say. You know, because we're always wanting to grow, to morph, to ascend to the next level, the next cycle. But if we stay stuck, if we stay repeating ourselves too much and doing those safe things, how can we move forward? It's a little bit like if you think with my tour, if I keep doing little, you know, back rooms of pubs, they are lovely and, you know, they have their place, don't get me wrong, but how can I ever ascend to the greater work that Spirit want me to be doing? You know, hence why the theatres is now starting to come in. And it's being brave enough to think, I can do those, I'm good enough to do those, I'm ready for those. And all of that, you know, that's just one little example in my world. So you'll know where this sits for you, but definitely planning, looking at everything face on. And these wands are keeping you grounded, they're keeping you earthed so that you can have great experiences. But it is about pushing forward. It is about moving forward and harnessing those new opportunities as and when you find them. So I'm going to leave that with you. I hope it resonates and makes a little bit of sense. What was I going to say? So I will look forward to seeing you guys at the weekend, and I will 100% make sure that I am well enough to do my work. And I just want to say it's nothing to do with a burnout or anything like that, or people saying, you know, you've been overdoing it. It's nothing like that. Literally, my husband was around somebody that had this bug and he's caught it and brought it back. It's as simple as that. I know my limits. I know when I am needing to rest and recharge and recover, and I'm not in any way feeling like there's burnout energy. So I do know my own energy, not in a rude way to anybody, but it does annoy me sometimes when people say, oh, you're having a burnout. I'm not. I know my energy, but I also know that I do need to pull out of tomorrow's demo. So like I say, I'm really, really sorry to anybody that was planning to come and see me in Trowbridge. I promise it's nothing personal to you guys, but it's just I need to get my energy back to a comfortable space ready for the weekend. And if for some reason I'm not able to be ready for the weekend, then I will obviously let the appropriate people know, and you know, refunds or rearranged appointments would be honoured. But I'm hoping to be 100% back and ready to roll for that. Fingers crossed. So thank you very much. I hope the cards make sense. Look after yourself, and I will see you very soon. Take care, love and blessings. Bye for now.